Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday morning to you. Hope you had a great start, couple days into your week as we get closer and closer to Easter. Let's see. Kids, let's see. Sunday we talked about Palm Sunday. Monday I talked to you about making sure that we remember what Easter is all about. And then Tuesday, the Backyard Boys had their devotional. And yesterday in the Backyard Club we talked about what happened next to Jesus and how he was beaten. So what I really want to do the next 2 days is I really want to kind of review what we talked about, because I know Stevie only had a limited time with us this yesterday. So he kind of talked about it, but I really want to talk more about it because it's important. Today, or tonight really, is what we remember what is called the Last Supper. You guys remember that? When Jesus and his disciples ate dinner together. Remember when we do communion? It's what we base communion off of. We do that and remember it. We do communion in remembrance of Jesus' last dinner with his disciples. So, Jesus gets all his disciples together and he says to them, we're going to eat dinner. And so same thing as we do in communion, he took the bread and prayed over it and he broke it up and he said, take this and eat, because it is my body that is broken for you. And then he did the same thing with the wine, which we use juice, but it was wine in the Bible. And he takes the wine cup and he says, drink, because this is my blood that has been spilled for you. I'm sure his disciples really didn't fully understand what all was about ready to go down. It was a very confusing time, I'm sure, for them to be like, what is he talking about? His body and his blood. What's wrong with this dude today? I'm sure it was confusing for them. I'm sure they didn't really understand everything that was going to happen. But Jesus did, and he was telling his disciples to do what we do now, communion, in remembrance of Jesus' sacrifice to us. So, that's what I wanted to talk about today, was Jesus' sacrifice to us. That's what if you come to a church tonight at 6, we have, I believe it's soup and sandwiches tonight. It's not quite what they ate at the Last Supper, but it is in remembrance of of the last meal between Jesus and his disciples before he died on the cross for us. See, so that's what I want. And then after the meal, after they ate, the Bible says that Judas, one of his disciples, betrays Jesus for money, turns Jesus into the soldiers, like we talked about before. And that is when the disciples are like, this is actually happening, this is not good. So, they go into a garden and pray. They go into this garden and pray. Jesus and his disciples do. And Jesus goes off by himself. And he says a prayer. And I'm actually going to talk about that tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about that. So make sure you come back to the YouTube page tomorrow for an extra bonus Easter devotional as we go through what Jesus prayed in this garden, and as we recap a little bit about what Stevie talked about, what Jesus' sacrifice was for us. Because starting yesterday and today and tomorrow and even Saturday, make sure you come to the Easter egg hunt on Saturday. Really, we're learning about how Jesus is our superhero. I know we sing that song a lot here in Kids Church, but we are really going to dive into why he is our superhero. So, come back on to a YouTube page on tomorrow morning, and you can see why we call Jesus our superhero and what was this prayer that he prayed. So, you guys have a good day. I hope I will not be here because I have to work today, but I hope you guys come. Bring your parents, bring your aunts, bring your uncles, bring your goldfish, bring your dogs and cats, and come to the church tonight. Maybe not with dogs and cats. I don't think Pastor Buddy would like that. But come to a church tonight to